Hi everyone, welcome back to Stampin' Gala and our second card for our Stampin' Blends Marker Club for December. We're featuring the Cheery Chirps stamp set. This sweet little bird comes in the stamp set along with two other images. We're going to jump right in. First of all, this is also a fun fold card. So this is cut, the Whisper White card base is cut at 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. And it's scored at 3. Okay, we'll bring this in and let me show you some of the other pieces. Here's the base, so it's scored at 3. We're going to take a piece of Soft Sky, which is cut at 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. We're going to layer it with a piece of Designer Series paper from our set Christmas Around the World. This is cut at 2 1/2 by 5. We're just going to go ahead and snail these together and get this right out of the way. Okay, go ahead and put this down on the card as well. I love fun fold cards. They kind of just give the card a wow effect. Okay, this next panel right here are these two pieces of cardstock. The Soft Sky is 3 1/2 by 3, and the Whisper White is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. And offline, I ran this through the Pinewood Planks embossing folder. So we'll connect these together with our snail. And we'll also adhere this to the front of the card. So we're going to put this right here, about right here, but you want to only put snail behind this portion of the panel. Otherwise, you'll snail your card shut. And I kind of just centered it. That looks good to me. Okay, so we'll put this aside. Bring in our next three pieces, which is this piece of Soft Sky right here, and that's using the layering square framelits. A piece of real red cardstock that's cut 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And then offline, I stamped on a piece of Whisper White the bird image, and then I ran it through the Big Shot. This piece is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, a little bit bigger than I needed. And then I ran it through the Big Shot using the stitch framelits. So we're going to go ahead and color this. And again, I'm using the Pool Party Blends markers. I really think that the dark is Pool Party and the lighter is Soft Sky. I just love how that works out. Okay, so we're going to start with the belly of the bird, and we're just going to lay down the first layer of the light marker. We'll take the darker marker, and I'm just going to go add some color around here and come back in and blend it in. There you go. All right, we're going to continue on with the bird's face and the wing. All right. And what I did was I just left some dashes on the bird's wing, and then I'm going to add a little bit of color on the bottom part of his face. I'll blend this in. So the top part of the face is kind of left light, a lighter shade. We're going to continue on with the bottom portion of the wing. I'll add some detail with the darker. And again, blend. Do not forget these little areas right there. All right. I used crumb cake as well, which was part of the suggested markers for this month. I'm just coloring the branch in with it. And then I'm going to take the darker crumb cake and add some little dashes. And I'm also going to darken in his little, I don't even know what you call these. I'm going to call them feet. And I'm just going to blend so it kind of gives it a look of a branch, like, okay. And then there. Believe it or not, we're just about done. We're going to take the green for the leaves, just like we did on the first card. Very light. I did a little experiment and used these markers on some ornaments that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and they worked great. Maybe I'll pull one in at the end of this video and show you just how pretty they are. They're inexpensive at Hobby Lobby, and you can purchase them and maybe get them in time for Christmas still. Okay, so the leaves are done. I'm going to color in the berries. I'm only using one shade of red for the berries. And finally, I just used one of our Stampin' Right markers for the beak. And there you have it. The bird is done. We're going to snail this to the red. All right. We're going to put some dimensionals behind the red cardstock. And add it to our little scallop square here. Oops. I usually stand up when I craft, and sitting down doing this video, it's hard to get things centered, believe it or not. And again, we're going to place this, where did my card base go? Right here. We're going to place this right here a little higher up. So we're going to put dimensionals behind the soft sky as well. Okay, bring this back in. And I left room for a bow right here. So I'm going to bring in this ribbon. This ribbon happens to be discontinued, but you can use any red satin ribbon. I'll be sending you some with your kit, your make and takes. There you go. Trim off the ends. And this is going to go right here with a glue dot. I left the glue dots on another table, so we'll leave this off for now. Okay, And we're going to continue on with this inside of the card. The inside of the card looks like this. So offline, I punched a piece of soft sky from our decorative ribbon border punch. The easiest way to pick this up is just to add some snail on the back of this, and then I simply put it down on the border. Okay, we're going to add it to the inside of our card, and this Whisper White is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. Okay. Again, I got it crooked because I'm sitting down. That's better. Okay. We're going to trim this off. And the side as well. Add some snail to the back of this. I'm going to add a piece of baker's twine for the bow again. My customers are kind of spoiled because they want bows on everything now as well. Okay. Just about done. I'm going to snail this to the inside of the card. One last thing, we're going to add some Wink of Stella onto the bird. It just gives it a nice little shimmer. I love Wink of Stella. Okay, I don't know if you can see that on camera. So here's your card, and I'll just add that on with a glue dot. And just real quickly, I'll grab that ornament that I talked to you about. Aren't these so pretty? I just stamped with our Christmas stamp right directly on here. They come in a pack of 2, and I used the Stampin' Blend markers and just colored it in. I did use Versamark on the stamp to stamp it. I added some ribbon, and look how pretty that is. Anyway, those are your 2 cards for your Stampin' Blends Club for December. I want to thank you, and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in January. Bye-bye.